What we do here is go back.
This is Eat and Drink, the mini episode, hosted by Ali Hassan and Marco Timpano. Some mature content and language may come up, so consider yourself warned. Now, get ready for Eat and Drink.
All right, so this is our mini episode.
Welcome to the miniest of episodes.
This is my buddy, Ali Hassan.
This is my friend, Marco Timpano.
All right, so Ali, yesterday, critical moment in my life. I from a really busy but great morning, I head to my front door, and there's a box the size of a box. Okay, so the size of a medium-sized dog.
No one paints a picture like you do, Marco. A medium-sized dog box. Okay, good.
All right,
yeah.
So I'm like, what's this box? Did my wife order something that I'm unaware of? Let me go. And as I'm walking closer to the box, I notice that it says a food company on it. I'm not going to mention the food company because you'll find out why.
Yeah,
right?
I bet we will.
I'm like, okay, box of food. This is interesting. What did my wife get? And I look, and it has the wrong address on it. So, same house number as mine, same first few letters, but a totally different address. So, it's come to my door by mistake. And I'm like, clear this box of food is worth, I'm going to say about $50, $75 based on the size alone and the weight when I picked it up, right?
Dried foodstuffs, you think? Or it's one of these fresh food deliveries?
At this moment, I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right. Because it just says food blank, blank, blank box. Okay. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, so this belongs to someone else. They're going to be expecting it. I'm going to do the right thing. I go online, find the company, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna contact them and let them know. And they have the little chat screen. So I'm like, hey there. So a box was delivered to my door, and it's not mine, and it belongs to someone else. And I'm looking at their website, and it's basically one of these places that sends you a box of food to make a dish. So it's like everything you possibly need to make a dinner for that night, from the recipe to every single ingredient is going to be in that box.
You didn't have time to do the groceries. We made it as easy for you.
Yes. You don't know how to cook. Here it is in a box for you. Like any of those kind of situations. Or you want to try something different. Here's a box of something different. So, and they're not cheap, right? So you're looking at between $60 and $150 a box, depending on how many recipes you wanted, depending on how many people you're going to feed, etc.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, this has to go to the person who needs it. As much as I want to open it up and just explore the beauty that is this box, I'm not going to be that person. So, hey, this is here, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, great. Okay, so what's the address? I'm like, okay, which address, mine or the destination? He's like, both. I'm like, okay, this is where it should go. This is the person's name. This is my address. What's the postal code of the person? And I'm like, at this point, I'm upstairs. I'm like, the box is in front of my house. I've given you their name and their address. You should be able to find it, right? Oh, okay, sir. We're going to send someone to pick it up. It'll happen this afternoon. Great. I'm like, I don't even get a proper thank you from this dude on the chat. Now, I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. But at the same time, you've inconvenienced me. There's a box in front of my door, which means someone stepped up, dropped a box at my door, and now I've got to deal with it, and you really could care less. So I'm like, okay, is that it? And they're like, anything else you want, sir? Anything else I can do for you? I'm like, well, I would think your company would want to do something to say thank you to me, right? Not that I wanted anything more than a thank you, but if they're going to send me a box to say thank you, I'm not going to say no to it, Ali. I'm not going to lie to you, okay?
Of course not.
That's not my agenda, though, right?
No, right.
Or maybe a little bit it is.
But I know when you're not feeling gratitude, something that wasn't your agenda all of a sudden becomes your agenda. When you hold the door open for somebody, you're not expecting a thank you. But then when they walk through it like a goddamn king, then you go, you're welcome, because you're like, oh, and thank you wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world, right?
Ali, we both worked in the service industry serving food to people.
Yes.
And if something goes wrong, somebody does something, you always show a sign of gratitude by giving them a free drink, a dessert, a something. Thank you.
Right. I think
listen.
you're used to that as well. That's how your training, my training is in that space.
So when it comes to me, it's like, I want something.
Yeah.
I want at least a thank you. You know what? Thank you in a card. Whatever. I don't care. So he's like, well, sir, what would you like? I'm like, well, I think you should talk to your supervisor and see what you guys do in these kind of cases. What are the protocol? We've never had a situation like this. I'm like, really?
Oh.
So you deliver food and you guys have never delivered the food to the wrong house. Or possibly has the house you delivered to just sneaked in the house and had a good meal, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think you should talk to your supervisor, see what the protocol is. No, sir, what would you like? And at this point, I'm getting a little bit frustrated because I'm like, I got things to do. And you want me to tell you what I think you should do. So I'm like, I'm going to shoot for the moon. I'm like, this is my time. I value my time. Why don't you send me a box valued at $100 with all the great food items you could possibly have so I can tell people what a great company you are, right? Okay, sir, one moment. He comes back. I spoke to my supervisor and we cannot do that.
So you're capable of speaking to a supervisor.
We can give you a trial size box that has a couple of items in it. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I'm like,
oh, now you're going in?
Now I'm like, no, you asked me what I want, and now you're saying no? Here's a little token? Get off the chat with me? So I'm like, I'm sorry. I really feel like you guys are giving me the runaround. You guys, and I know people are going to be listening right now and saying, well, Marco's a real bastard.
They're gonna think you're an entitled queen right now.
Yeah, and listen, if that's what they want to think, that's great, okay? At the end of the day, I'm like, no. All I want is the thanks, and now I want thanks in a box.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, you have given so many things to others over your life, people who deserved it, people who didn't deserve it, that when it doesn't happen for you, you're like, really? Okay. Well, I would have hoped for something. And sometimes you say it out loud, which is what you did.
Yeah, so then I chatted again.
And now we are on the, what would you hope for, sir?
So then I went back and I'm like, hey, just so you know, I feel like you really didn't step up the plate here, and I feel like you don't value me as a potential customer, and I feel like I was disrespected in this case. Oh, sir, sorry you feel that way, blah, blah, blah. I said, I think you should take that to your manager and let them know. Oh, I wait, no response. And then I go, hello? A new person comes on the chat. Hi, I'm Taylene, or whatever her name was, or his name. And what can I help you with? I'm like, well, I just had a conversation that left me very frustrated with your customer service department with regards to this. I don't feel like explaining it. Read the chat above. Oh, sir, I'm sorry. We don't mean to make you feel that way. And I'm like, well, I said, I do. And I was being a good Samaritan. I went out of my way. I could have put the box on the side of the road and said, it's on the side of the road. Come get it. If someone gets it, too bad for you. I go, as well, a stranger came to my door, dropped it off, and now a stranger's going to come to my front door and pick it up. I go, and I've given you my address. So my privacy here is also being affected, which your company doesn't seem to care about. One moment, I'm going to talk to my supervisor. She comes back and she's like, Lucas, who was the first person I talked to, is going to call you in just a minute. And I'm thinking to myself, I never gave my number. How is he going to call? Let's see how this plays. Okay.
Now you're just like, I want to see.
Oh, at this point.
Now I want the story.
Now I want the story. Now I'm like, now this is the thing. Now you could have just said, Marco, I want to thank you for going above and beyond. Really appreciate it. You know, this food is going to get to the right customer, and you have our thanks. Can we send you a little token of appreciation?
I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
I think that would be nice. I mean, I don't think we can expect that in this day and age, but I think at the same time, you were probably training those guys to give better customer service going forward. Anyway, okay, let's
100%.
hear the rest of this.
And here's the thing. We live in North America. We live in North America where customer service is key. So as a customer or someone who's helping your organization out, I have an expectation. I live in America, in North America, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
All right? So this person, so then I wait, and I'm like, hello? A new person, Elizabeth, comes on.
What?
Yeah, because time has passed, right?
Where's Lucas? Where's my phone
Lucas
call?
is gone, long gone. You're not getting anything.
He's
I don't talk to my supervisor. Too bad for you.
Yeah.
Taylene was helpful, and then she didn't ask for my phone number.
Right.
So I'm like, hi there. So I guess I'm not going to get this phone call because you don't have my phone number. What, sir? Please read the above chat because I don't feel like getting in it, but I really feel like you guys are just trying to push me off the side and hope that I will stop with this. But now it's become a thing, and now I'm getting frustrated and upset. Sir, let me look into this, blah, blah, blah. All right, sir, can you please give me your number? Number. What's your name? Marco. A supervisor will be calling you very shortly. Great. Can you define what very shortly is? Because it's been an hour and a half since my first call I was supposed to receive it. I go, and I don't want to wait till tomorrow. In an hour, someone will call you. Great. I have my dinner. I'm having a great night. And let me just say, I was having a great day.
Yeah, this wasn't really affecting your mood.
Not really. I was a little bit, to be honest with you, I was like, I've spent a lot of time getting this package to the person who it needs to get to, and I could have been doing other things. That's what was kind of irking me, because it's like I could have been doing other things, and I don't feel appreciated for the effort that I went through. Fair enough. Although the effort wasn't out of this world, whatnot. I get a phone call. The supervisor's on the phone. Hello? How can I help you? I'm like, you're calling me, right? Yes, sir. What can I do for you? I'm like, well, you tell me. You're calling me after this incident. Did you read the chat? Yes, and I feel my agents did everything that they should. I'm like, oh, really? She's like, yeah. We offered you the free trial box and you didn't want it, so what do you want us to do? I'm like, is this conversation being recorded right now? She's like, yes. I'm like, okay, so just so you know, that's the first thing you should tell me. Because clearly you don't respect my privacy because someone's come to my door, this, that, and the other. I go, and here's the thing. I went above and beyond for your organization, and no one's ever thanked me. I go, no one said, you know what, Mr. Timpano, thank you. Thank you for getting this to the right person. Thank you for making this happen. We really appreciate it. This, that, and the other. I'm sorry we can't offer you what you expect. And I'm like, it's not what I expected. Your guy asked me, what should we do? But we can offer you this. I'd have been like, great. Or just the thanks. That's all I wanted. Well, sir, this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, not well, sir. This is how you made me feel. This is how you had this interaction. You never said thank you. I went above and beyond. You haven't. Well, sir, what would you like me to do? I was like, you know what I'd like you to do? This conversation's being taped? Yes. Have your manager listen to this conversation and the way you spoke to me, and then have your manager contact me. Here's my number, my email, and my phone number. And then let's see how this goes. And I was like, table set. Now my table's set, right? Let's see where this goes. And I think, okay, tomorrow I'm going to get an email or something, right? At about an hour and a half later, the phone rings. And I see the number, and I'm like, oh, it's that company, right? Hello? Hello, Mr. Timpano. This is so-and-so. This is Meredith, and I'm one of the supervisors. I just want to begin by saying thank you so much for what you've done. And this phone call's being recorded. I want to thank you. Yeah, and I was like, great. She's like, I want to thank you because you went. Yeah, she goes, you went above and beyond. That person probably wouldn't have got their box tonight if it wasn't for you. So they would have had to deal with that and go to the store. They would have had an expectation of receiving the box.
She's telling you this.
Yes. She goes, and you went out of your way, and you didn't have to do that. And because of that, one of our customers is going to get the food that they expected, and you've made my company look good. And we want to thank you for that. And I was like, you're welcome. And then she's like, this is how our company works. We're local, we're this, we're that, blah, blah, blah. And, we really appreciate, a strong connection with our customers. So I apologize that we failed on that. I'm like, great. And I was ready to say, thank you so much. That's
okay, cool.
So what we're going to do is we're going to send you 2 boxes. Great, that's lovely, thank you. And our boxes range from $60 to $150. I'm going to ensure that they're both $150 each.
What?
Yeah! So I was like, all right, lady, Meredith, you turned the situation around. But what's interesting is you've had to go much more than what my expectations were to make me feel like I'm on the other end of this.
Right. Yeah, so now it wound up costing... A simple thank you would have saved you $300.
Yeah.
Now, the training in that organization, the only reason I knew that ended well is because you didn't give the company's name. So I felt like something good happened here. But otherwise, if you had given the company's name, I would have been like, oh, man, this is disastrous. Yeah. But it's not a happy ending unless Margaret herself does some serious training.
Meredith,
yes.
And Margaret.
Whoever
she is. Yeah, listen.
Everybody. And Lucas, you're useless. Find a new job.
I don't blame Lucas, because maybe Lucas was new and he wasn't trained properly.
Lucas doesn't know how to say thank you, though.
Well, Lucas is going to learn how to say thank you now.
God willing.
Listen, sometimes all it takes in this world is a thank you, a sincere thank you.
What a great lesson from a mini episode.
Yeah.
There were moments there where I was like, Marco's going to break my table in half. Marco's losing it. I don't think Marco is going to survive through this. I saw your face change colors a few times. And then... what a great mini episode, because what a simple thing that doesn't just apply in the food industry. Sometimes all it takes is a thank you.
The interesting thing now is when I talk about this company with friends and family, I'm going to talk about it in a positive light.
Yeah.
But had they not done something, had they not rectified the situation, I would have been telling everyone, people on the street, the bus driver, when I paid my fare.
Companies don't appreciate.
Yeah. It takes very little to make a customer happy or a potential client happy, and it takes just as little to really upset them.
Yeah.
And the difference is just listening and showing appreciation. Even if you can't do anything, it wouldn't have taken much.
Yep.
Having said that now, I want to thank our listeners. Because you could listen to any podcast out there. There's plenty of food podcasts out there. There's plenty of comedic people out there. There's plenty of people who like to just talk hot air. But you've chosen to listen to this episode, this mini episode.
Not everyone can give you the rage and entitlement and love and expectation of Marco Timpano. And I'm going to have stories like that too that make me look like I'm about to lose it. But then we'll hopefully end on a positive note.
But
you're
like fundamentally a nicer individual than I am, I think.
I think, to be honest, it's not always nicer, although I do agree with that. I think it's, I don't have the patience.
Okay.
Whereas you kind of like, you do it with a bit of a wink and a smile, like, let's see where this goes. And I would have done exactly what you did. I would have been like, you sent the box to the wrong address. And then they would have been like, what postal code? I'm like, man, you just figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not here to do work. I'm just telling you made a mistake.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of it for me. But yes, a little bit of like a thank you would have been nice.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of it. And rather than, and you do it the right way.
Yeah.
Because now you're happy.
Yeah.
And you have $300 worth of food.
I can't wait to
Whereas I have a low-grade stress for the rest of my life about this company, and all companies like it.
Fair enough. Stay tuned, because I'll let you know what I cooked. I'll bring the recipe card in,
exactly.
and I'll be like, this is what we had.
All right.
All right, well, that was our mini episode.
Until we eat again.
That was Eat and Drink, the mini episode with Ali Hassan and Marco Timpano. If you have a topic, cocktail, food item, or segment for What's in Marco's Mouth, email us at podcasteatdrink@gmail.com. Again, that's podcasteatdrink@gmail.com. Look for the mini episode on the 1st and 15th of every month. Until the next one, flex up.